Today's exciting video is a 309 southbound. We begin at the San Luis Rey Transit Center and use stall number 8. The 309 southbound runs from the San Luis Rey Transit Center to the Encinitas Transit Center. The 309 basically follows the El Camino Real south to Encinitas, with a few turns here and there. And because it is a long route, I will cut it short and be sure to cover all of the time points and turns. To exit, loop around the transit center and exit via Waterview. Watch for cross traffic. The first light is North River Road. Make a left turn. Merge to the left lane and prepare to make a left turn on North River at Vandegrift. Vandegrift turns into North River at this intersection. Once you make this turn, look for an opportunity to get into the left lane. If you take the turn slowly, the traffic will clear itself out fairly quickly. Merge left and prepare to make a left turn at the light. This is College Boulevard. Make the left turn and proceed over the San Luis Rey River Bridge. Note that there is a bus stop just far side Adams Street. Continue in this lane. Once we cross via Camino, there is one more stop to service. Here it is. Now merge left and continue straight across the 76. Go straight across the 76 and stay in this lane. The 309 does not service Walmart, which is to our right, so continue straight through the Silver Bluff intersection. The next intersection is Frazee Road. Get into the right turn lane and plan on making a right on Frazee. Once you make the right on Frazee, merge into the left lane as soon as you can. There are no stops along here. The next light is Mission Avenue, and Mission will be a left turn. Essentially, these are the only turns on the 309. We are basically making our way to El Camino Real to head south. Make a left on Mission. Tips for making a left turn. Signal early, at least 150 feet before the intersection. Walk your bus at 5 miles per hour around the turn. Make sure the crosswalk is clear before crossing. Come to a complete stop and look left. Continue through Old Grove, right, and left again before proceeding. Off-tracking and tail swing should be constantly monitored with mirrors. Always rock and roll in your seat. Check your blind spots. When stopped, waiting for your turn, wheels should be pointed straight ahead. The only significance of showing Mission Gate is to let you know that you will pass under the 76 freeway. Now the San Luis Rey Mission will appear on the right shortly after this underpass. Road safety starts with awareness, courtesy, and caution. In work zones, navigate cautiously. Low-speed construction vehicles may be entering and leaving driving lanes. Worker activity may encroach into driving lanes. Look for large edge drop-offs, sharp turns, and misleading old pavement markings. We're headed to the El Camino Real, so stay on mission. Continue straight through Douglas and be in the left lane at this point. Note the big cutaway stop on the right. The 309 does not service that stop. It would be too difficult to get back into the lane from that stop. Make the big left turn through El Camino Real and pull over here. This is the Mission Avenue, El Camino Real time stop. This stop is always busy. Pull over, check your time, and never leave a bus stop early, as many passengers will show up at the last minute. Continue up the hill and get into the left lane, and plan on making a left turn into Vista Rey. This turnout is Vista Way. Turn when clear, and give yourself some time. It's hard not to bottom out on this turn, as you can see from the scrape marks, so take it slow. There's one stop on Vista Ray. Now make a right turn on Vista Bella. This is an over 55 neighborhood, so watch your speed. There's another stop on Vista Bella. Now make a right turn on Vista Oceana. We've basically squared the block and are heading back to the El Camino Real. Make a left turn on El Camino Real and continue south. Mesa Drive intersects at the bottom of the hill. Continue straight. And the next intersection is Oceanside Boulevard. Once we pass through Oceanside Boulevard, prepare to turn right on Industry. Note that there is a stop on the right just before the turn. This is how we access the El Camino Sprinter Station. Drive forward to the second driveway and service the center. This is also a time point. Transit riders expect the same things all customers expect, that we will do all that is necessary to satisfy their needs. That sounds easy, but excellent customer service is extremely rare. Why is that? Some of the challenges are rooted in human behavior, and others are organizational in nature. You may be tired, stressed, or depressed. Schedules can be challenging. Customers can be demanding. All of these things are a part of life. After getting back onto El Camino Real by making this right turn, be advised that there's a rail crossing just ahead. Tap your brakes, activate your four-ways, come to a complete stop, look both ways, continue when safe, and turn off your flashers after the bus has cleared the tracks. Up and over the hill, we'll see the Target Shopping Center on the right. We'll cross Vista Way and the 78 freeway. Our next turn will be on Marin, heading to the Plaza Transit Center. All of these things are a part of life, but they don't have to stop us from providing excellent customer service. Some people think that the customer needs us, or that we need them, but nothing could be further from the truth. Transit providers used to be very operations focused. It was all about moving people from point A to point B. A better approach is to put the customer at the center of everything we do, with our mission being to meet their transportation needs. Consider this structure with the customer at the center of everything. In this model, all of the activities and all of the job duties of the staff throughout the organization are understood to support the relationship between the customer and the transit operator. Providing excellent customer service is obviously good for the customers, but it improves your quality of life too. There are 6 truths about delivering excellent customer service. You make people's lives better by meeting their needs, and that makes you feel good. Meeting people's needs and solving their problems lowers your stress levels. Plus, you are building community support for public transit, which results in more ridership, more funding, and more job security. When you do an exceptional job, you feel pride in what you do. How we relate to people is determined by our basic attitudes. Cultivate a real appreciation for your customers. The same principle applies to how we treat each other and our coworkers. And finally, for a culture of excellent customer service to take root, everyone in the organization must be committed to it. Remember, everyone shares in the responsibility. Leaving the transit center, make a left on Monroe and a left on Marin. When you get to the El Camino Real, make a right and head south. Customer service. When dealing with customers, both internal and external, it's important to not take things personally and to not let it affect your attitude. Everybody has issues from time to time, and we need to do our best to treat others with respect. They could be dealing with something stressful that you are not aware of, and this could be the reason for their bad attitude. We always have a choice. We can choose to be friendly, patient, and accepting, or we can choose to be difficult and grumpy. The best way to make choices is to focus on the customer, on solutions, and using positive communication. Good customer service is all about making customer-centric choices. It means that you make the choice that puts the customer first Choosing positive words instead of negative ones helps keep the customer happy and feel respected. Customers are, after all, why we do what we do. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It means putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Think about what your customer is experiencing. When you act with empathy, you are treating the customers the way they expect to, and shows that you respect them. We are now approaching Cannon Road. Continue straight. Be advised that there is a time stop far side Cannon. Our next turn will be a right on College Boulevard. Pass through one light, which is Jack's Bar, but the second light is College. Turn right and continue up the hill. There are 2 bus stops along this portion of College. After servicing the second, merge left. And prepare to make a left turn on Faraday. Watch for El Camino Real. Make a right on the El Camino. And now we are back on track. Cross through the major intersection of Palomar Airport Road, and now watch for the El Camino Real, Gateway Road, time point. Here it is at this big cutaway. Let's jump ahead to Olga Road. Continue straight. Olga, by the way, in Spanish, means seaweed. It's fascinating. Continue straight, but there is one stop I'd like to point out. Past Olga as El Camino narrows, and then note the new bike path lanes. We're approaching Arenal Road, and watch for the stop hidden behind the tree. That's an easy one to miss since you are in the process of merging left and watching your left mirrors. Past Arenal, that is Barranquitos Lagoon on the right. Next intersection is La Costa Avenue. Now let's jump ahead to the next time stop, which is Leucadia Boulevard. The stop is far side the intersection. The next portion of the 309 takes us through the downtown Encinitas business district. There are a lot of stoplights through here, so we'll just skip that part and jump to Encinitas Boulevard, which is a right turn. Make the right turn, and we are finally leaving the El Camino Real. Encinitas Boulevard goes up and over the hill. Then, as we approach the freeway underpass, watch for this stop on the right. It is across the street from the Smart and Final. Again, as soon as you clear that stop, merge over to the left one lane. Stay in this lane as we pass under the Freeway 5. Providing the highest level of safety for all of our MV employees, passengers, and the communities we serve is our core operating value. Safety is at the forefront of delivering the best customer experience and is the first of our key components of successful performance. MV, thanks you for your service. Now be safe out there. It's a great day to drive. Note the stoplight, Wendy's is on the right. I don't think this street has a name, but just far side the light is the last stop on Encinitas Boulevard. Now merge all the way to the left and prepare to make a left turn onto Vulcan Road. You have one more stop. Passengers use this stop if they're headed to the trains. Watch for it. It is hidden behind a tree. Now cross D Street, and finally, we arrive at the Encinitas Transit Center. These first 2 stops are the 101 South and northbound, and the last stall is a layover. Make a stop at the 4-way stop. Now this turn will test your skills. You're basically making a U-turn. Go as wide as possible without crossing into the oncoming lane. Take it slow. Whoops, looks like somebody went too wide. Once you're in, park at stall number 6. And that's the 309 southbound. Thanks for watching.